Like his thing is even like Shah Rukh Khan never went that far, bro.
Yeah, facts. Imagine Diljit, and then Diljit's up here too, bro.
Yeah.
All I represent, look at Matt Gala. He's
Well, like
representing
no, but in
us
some
and
of those music videos, he gets pretty sloppy too.
shit. No, but like not to that level. You don't see Diljit fogging up a Gandhi, bro.
Yeah,
Like that's crazy,
that
bro.
would be insane.
Welcome back to another episode of the Hours for Midnight podcast. It's myself and Manra back at it again with a solo episode for you guys. And I know you guys have been enjoying, loving, craving these new episodes as of recently. We've been being a little bit more consistent, putting up about 2 episodes a week. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. Before we kick off into the podcast, we just wanted your guys' honest opinions. If you guys want to see some reaction videos, I know we've been mentioning it for a while and stuff like that, but right now we're just so into this flow state of doing podcasts that, you know, we kind of want to get your opinion on certain things as well. So if you guys are wanting to see certain, I don't know, reaction channel stuff or even reacting to memes or having you guys call in and, you know, give you guys some live advice, we'd be open to the idea. So just, you know, send us over a DM on IG or just leave a comment down below and we'll go from there. But Manrov, how you been, man?
I've been good, bro. How are you?
Been good, brother. Been good. You know, just vibing. It's been
Things are good, bro. We're back on making Hours for Midnight great again.
Yeah, make Hours for Midnight great again. We need to make that a hat.
Yeah,
That's it.
100%.
100%. After last night, man, I'm like just fucking drained, dude.
Yeah.
Last night's podcast with Rimbir, I think it'll be out after this podcast because we're flipping the order.
Bro,
but
last
holy
night's podcast
shit.
like kind of like reminded me of like
Holy shit.
when you're just like, I don't know, you know when you're like talking, it sounds really bad analogy, but you know when like you go on like this really long like exhausting date and then the next day you wake up, you're like, man, fuck this chick. Like I just talked to her for so long yesterday.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of reminding me of that because yesterday we were ripping it till like 1 a.m. talking about like screaming, bro, literally screaming, bro.
Yeah.
And then today you came over and I'm like, all right, it's me more of like a, you know, another vibe today.
More chill, right?
Yeah, a little bit more chill. After
Holy
that shit.
fuck. That
Crazy.
podcast, like I was dreaming about it last night. I was like, what the fuck? We actually said that shit on
Yeah.
the pod? I was like, holy fuck. So that one will be a good episode. But all right, enough about talking about other episodes and all this fucking random shit, man. Hit me. What we got to talk about today, man?
What's the most someone has ever overshared to you?
Overshared?
Yeah.
I had someone recently, actually, not too long ago. It was at work. They were telling me, oh no, sorry, it wasn't at work. Sorry, it was at this like company thing I was at. So it was a different work. Anyways, long story short, this person comes up to me and starts telling me about their entire like just like their whole life. Like mind you, I haven't seen this person in years, right? Off the rip, I just start finding out shit about this person I don't think I should know. Like they're telling me like, yeah, man, I was supposed to get married and then like my fucking like ex ended up like passing away.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh shit, I'm sorry to hear that. And that was fine, right? But then they start telling me about like, oh yeah, like now I'm thinking of like doing arranged marriage. Like, I don't know, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? Yo, do you know anyone? Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, mind you, I haven't talked to this person in like 7 years.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I haven't seen this guy in like 7 years, and homie's just like fucking just sharing so much shit. At one point, I thought this guy was gonna give me his fucking SIN number.
No way.
I was like, holy bro, bada ho gaya, right? Like, Baksh de Maharaj.
Yeah, so people go crazy. Like they're just holding in a lot, bro.
Yeah, like I think
Like I'll never forget like just like seeing some random auntie at the Gurdwara and she's just like, what do you call it? Like 3 minutes later, she's like, mera munda fim khanda kare nahi aunda. Gala karya kar oda nu phone kar liya. PlayStation te rehanda 24 घंटे. I'm just like, holy shit. Like,
yeah. It starts.
people start going fucking crazy, bro. Yeah, oh man.
It starts
It's not
off
like, you know, like I don't feel mean to say like nobody cares about each other's problems, but at some point you're just like, yo, you get burnt out. You're just like, nice.
मेरे को इतने problem है, auntie ji, I can't take on your son's problems too, right?
Yeah,
It sucks,
it's crazy,
but
though.
it is what
I
it
feel like people do kind of have that habit.
It always starts off with a simple sat sri akal. I've noticed this, right? Like, you're like, what the sat sri akal ki haal chaal hai? Haan, theek uncle ji, bahut vadiya, tusi kidda na? And they'll be like, oh, bahut chal ho gaya tum dekhnu na, and the uncle will start, like, it'll just start from there. Then it starts unwrapping, and then like 5 seconds later, the uncle's talking about how he's about to get divorced.
Slow ho ya.
Oh, come slow.
Oh, some other shit?
I thought he was start talking about divorce and shit. Divorce. ਨਿਆਣੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਲਿਸਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਿਆਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ 24 ਘੰਟੇ ਟਰੱਕ 'ਚ ਬਸ ਬੜਿਆ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਕਦੇ ਘਰੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੀ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਆਉਣ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਜਾਣ ਕੇ ਲੋਡਾ ਐਕਸਟਰਾ 2 ਚੱਕ ਲੈਣਾ ਦਿਨ 'ਚ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਫਿਰ ਲੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਘਰੇ ਆਉਣ ਨੂੰ it gets dark,
there is
man.
people like that, yo.
No, I'm saying this because I've heard
One
this.
time this one guy did start telling me, he's like, yo, like my kids only come home once a year for Christmas. He's like, fuck these kids, I just like take a load to like Toronto or something and just make sure I'm not home for Christmas. He's like, oh, the culture so putta. He's like, they don't like care about you the whole year, then just come home from Christmas. He's like, I'm not gonna be home for Christmas. I was like, that's up to you. It's pretty crazy.
It's crazy though, because I feel like a lot of Desi parents, and this is actually a good talking point, man. A lot of apne parents feel like they are not cared for.
Hmm.
And I'll tell you some fucked up shit
They
too.
do get the midlife crisis.
They do, yo. And I'll tell you the fucked up shit. Like I had one of my friends' parents, like I was just at their house and they were just talking to me, right? They're like, they knew someone that their kids like as they got older, like essentially abandoned them, right? Like they just went on with their own lives and stuff. And obviously in Desi culture, it's kind of ingrained into us, especially being like the men of like the family, that like, you know, growing up as a son, that yo, you're gonna take care of your like mom and dad as you get older, right? Just how they took care of your grandparents and stuff, right? That's kind of how it's in our culture. So obviously now with the Western traditions and stuff, having kids like move out and like completely being separated, especially with like the guys when they get married, their wives and stuff are always like, oh, I want my privacy, I don't want to live with your in-laws, blah 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 blah, whatever it might be, right? Causes a huge rift, right? I know a lot of freaking parents, bro, that like are actually like straight like depression. Like they feel like they're not cared for. They're like, what are we gonna do? Like, isi tere vaste na kaam kita. Like they're obviously not trying to get in between like the new family the guys formed as well. But it's a really weird dynamic because on one hand, I understand like when you get married, that is your new family. That's your main responsibility. I understand that and I agree with that. But also at the same time though, like how do you forget someone that's essentially taking care of you for so many years, right? And giving you so much and just throwing them to the wayside,
I guess
right?
So
it's
that
like
does happen a lot.
That's what the thing is. A lot of girls, and I don't want to call out anyone specifically, but like I've talked to a lot of girls about this, like friends, family, like colleagues and stuff, and it's like they don't understand that almost like in a way, because obviously being a guy, like especially in a Desi household, growing up in a Desi household, there's an immense amount of pressure on men to kind of take care of everything. Right. And like it's shitty because then you'll have like the guys that are just straight mama's boys that don't know how to do fuck all. And you know, those are the prime things that stick out to these girls, like, oh, you're just a mama's boy, like whatever. But then you have other bandit that are actually genuinely like independent, but they still want to provide for like both their parents and they're like new karali. So it just gets straight depression, bro. It's like super sticky situation. It's a huge can of worms I just opened. But yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I know what you mean, bro. It's pretty bad. Like a lot of people are like low-key like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's kind of like the Western way too, where you just shove your parents in a senior home.
And that sucks, man. I don't know. I couldn't do it, man. I can't do it. I've said
this. A lot of girls think of it like a red flag if the guy doesn't.
I don't care, man. Like I could be the fucking reddest of red flags if that's what it is, bro. But like I'm not like I find it hard for me to like kind of just.
That's the type of shit that gets overshared, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You know what I mean?
They have like one kid and then the kid pulls some shit like that.
Yeah.
Happens for a lot of people, bro.
It does. I'm saying this because I've heard it from some parents and stuff, right? Mere munde ne bya karna, wo kenda ghar nahi sade naal rehna mangda, ghar nahi naal rehna mangda, right? And I'm like, oh, like I asked the parents, I'm like, kyon nahi rehna mangda, like tenu pata kyon? And like, oh, but like tenu pata ajkal de nyane maa pe na reh ke raji nahi ho, apne privacy apne pata mangde na jagah rehn nu. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that. There really isn't, right? But I always look at it, I'm like, yo, if my parents are getting older and they're getting sick and shit, I'm not putting them in a senior home, man.
Yeah, that's true.
That's like not someone
else. Having a sibling is sick too. Huh? That's why having a sibling is sick too.
Yeah.
Sibling just rocks it. One just lives with the parents.
Yeah, but it's like if you have like a family full of brothers, then it's like different, right? But then when it's like one brother, one sister combo, then it's all cuck.
I was listening to the Nap Party book and it was like talking about how like everybody, he adopted a girl and everybody in his family is like, yo, you're like wasting like 20 years of like your money and your time because like she's not going to give you any ROI because you're just going to invest into her and she's going to leave your family. And he's talking about how he's kind of like a feminist, like he didn't really care about that. Wow. But then like it was just like huge and everybody's like, why the hell would you adopt a girl because she doesn't give you any ROI?
That's crazy that people still think like that, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't look at kids as ROI at all. Like even my parents,
like, they take on legacy or anything.
Yeah, no, my parents never looked at me as like, oh, this is my insurance. So when I get older, I can just use him to like fuck off, right? And
that's
just,
pretty
like,
crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I know, like
keep working in a factory too.
Yeah, right. Like my parents never thought of me like that. My parents will be fine with or without me, but it's like, yo, I feel like I owe it to them because of what they've done for me. Like I would not be here doing remotely close to anything that I'm doing now without them, right? So I find it kind of weird that like a lot of people kind of frown on the idea of that, but it is what it is, man.
Yeah, it is what it is. One time I was at the dentist and then there was like this new hygienist that I just got hired there. And then she was kind of bad too. She started telling me how she got cheated on.
What? Yeah,
that was kind of like oversharing. That was kind of like, yo, that's too much, man.
Just randomly.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, like you just get hired here or something.
Oh, so you were like engaging in conversation just because you're just there is rules.
Like I got cheated on by my fiance, so I just moved here.
Oh fuck.
And then I was just like, oh, after that it's kind of like, can
you just shut up, right? You're like, man, gal karna, right?
I don't know, it's kind of weird.
It gets awkward, right?
Kind of freaked me out. I was pretty serious, bro.
Yeah. You were just trying to have casual conversations. She's over here telling you about her life.
I was about to ask, like, what does your family think? I was like, yo, too serious.
That's way too serious, bro.
Like,
I made that mistake. I made that mistake actually. someone was telling me about how their significant other like cheated on them, right?
Yeah.
And I actually, my dumb ass, being the curious fucking idiot that I
George.
am, right? I was just like, oh, like, what does your family like think of this, right?
Yeah.
Or like I was just trying to ask to like genuinely be curious and like actually like support the person, right? Because they were clearly going through a rough time, bro. I opened the biggest can of worms. I did not leave that like place for a solid hour.
Freaking can, bro.
Bro, I couldn't leave after, bro. I was
Bro.
stuck.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, Maggie, can I read? It looks so bad if I just say, okay, chal, main janna rahi." Like that's horrible. So I was just stuck.
Yeah.
I was like, "Chalo, basa, lala, swada." Like I'm over here listening to like how she knew for like 6-7 months that he was cheating, and like she's set up this elaborate plan to catch him. And I'm like, holy fuck, bro, I don't need to know all this.
That's actually insane, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I have a buddy who's like, a mom put like cameras in their cars.
Holy shit.
She was sus that like her dad was cheating. His dad was
Oh.
cheating, and his dad was.
Oh.
Put like cameras, GPS in the cars, and like dad like moved out and stuff. But it's just like crazy they got that far.
Holy.
They fucked up, bro.
That's pretty
So,
fucked.
like, together.
Holy
I think
fuck.
there's, I think
Yo,
his,
I
I
feel
think his
like
parents are still
If
together.
I ever have to install cameras or GPS tagging location devices on my
a lot of
wife's
people
car,
actually do that, bro. Like I know, like back in the day, it was more common. Or
yeah,
if there was like an older cousin in the family, he
Yeah.
would like install GPSs in all like the female cousins' cars,
yeah,
and then he would like be spying on them. And
that's
shit.
fucked up, man.
That's actually fucking traumatic, bro.
That's
Like, where's
so
the Just Rain video with that, bro?
Yeah,
Like, that
right.
shit get captured.
Desi parents and freaking
You're
like
so heat.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Straight Desi parents and spying, right? Like fuck, man.
Yeah, inspiring.
No, dude, fuck. I feel like I've ever got to the point where I feel like I have to install cameras on my wife's car. I'd actually like just divorce her, because like what the fuck's the point?
Yeah.
If you got into that point, then there's something wrong.
Do you ever get that notification on your phone that there's just like an AirTag like following with you?
Yeah, all the
Or
time.
like there's like somebody's AirPods.
Dude, I trip out every time. I start doing the stupid like pat me down shit. I'm like, "Till I start getting
Shout
tripped
out
out.
Father, like, somebody's like following me around, like, yo, what the hell?
Yeah.
I do get it all the time too, yo.
I get it all the time.
Then I realized I was just like borrowing somebody's AirPods, and it was just like, yo, the AirPods are following you around.
Dude, it's fucked. I had one leaving your house last night after the pod.
Actually,
Yeah, I was like, the AirTag's following me. Sale main raavne mere pe jo AirTag laata. I'm like,
that's really funny.
this guy fucking
I just,
Hunties is like,
show up by your sneaky link. I'm like, what about me? I'm joking.
holy fuck.
That's pretty crazy, yo.
Just Rain, late bloomer. Season 2 came out. I
Yeah.
know we're a little late to this, but I think it's I'm happy for Just Rain, man. Like he definitely made something that the community here, the brown community here, can relate to. Growing up in North America, right? Like if you watch that, you will relate to it in one way or another. But especially if you're from Canada too, right? But I'm just want to say I'm really proud of Just Rain, man. He did a good job, man. I'm like going from YouTube to Crave, a big jump, and also to script write everything by himself and also do all that is a
And like directed too. Right?
directed too. It speaks a lot to what like his creative process, right? Like I know a lot of people have mixed reviews about it and blah blah blah, but like honestly, I watched it and I can tell you wholeheartedly, like it was a good watch.
You watched the whole season 2?
I didn't watch the whole season 2. I watched all season 1 with you, remember? And with Jasmine.
Yeah.
I started season 1 or season 2 a little bit. I haven't finished it yet because I've been so busy with work. But so far, it's been pretty good.
That's sick.
Yeah, like the whole thing about like the guy's dad, like reminiscing like the India Jesse Badia Ranasi, like all that type of stuff, like goes back to what we were talking about like
I like that.
2 episodes ago.
That guy, I met that guy. Remember at the thing?
You did, yeah.
Yeah.
Manrav and Jasmine met Just Rain and the crew actually at the 5X late bloomer
It was pretty
screening.
cool. They did like a little panel.
Yeah.
The Just Rain's dad in the TV show was like joking about how like Just Rain made this whole fucking video like hating on brown TV commentators. And his dad, that guy was like a TV commentator back in the day, and he's just like, yo, from day one, I was like, fuck this guy. And then Just Rain's like, yo, from day one, I was like scared that this guy's gonna like pajama me out. Like they actually kind of had that dynamic.
Oh
I
god,
was like, yo, that's interesting.
that is interesting.
Yeah.
It's good, man. I've seen a lot of people in our space come a long way, man. It's been good. Like I'm happy to see that things are becoming more involved in media and shit, especially.
What do you think of Just Rain saying that his mission is to like normalize like sex scenes with things in them?
I personally,
That was like part of his like mission too, because when I was at the event,
is that what he
that's
said?
one thing he was pretty proud about. Yeah, because like the interview lady asked him, she's like, one thing I noticed is that in this episode that we just premiered, these like sex scenes with like sings are like entirely new. Like they're very uncomfortable for people. Like, why did you do that? And he's like, yeah, I always felt like it was so normal to have like a fight scene in like a Bollywood film or like a Punjabi like movie, but like why are like sex scenes not normal? I was like sitting there I was just like kind of cooked, bro. Like
No,
no, on a substance, just like thinking about like he's talking about like that's kind of like his mission is to like normalize it.
I
And
understand.
then like him in the interview, they're talking about how like, oh, you know, all things do it. It's a part of life. And like then his dad, like the actor, he's just sitting there like straight faced. He's like, on the fucking panel.
He's like, wow.
He's like,
No. No, honestly, I think I personally get what he's trying to say. Do I agree with it? Not really.
you said you're so proud of him, bro.
I'm proud of him.
What do you mean? Would you?
No, listen. I'm
You wouldn't-
I'm proud of him for making a show that people can
Lazy.
relate to. But I think there's certain things like, for example, for me, right, being an Amritari Singh, I personally don't like seeing Singhs on the light. That's just me. I understand that's
You
a
don't
part
like
of.
seeing what?
I don't like seeing those type of scenes with Singhs in it.
Sex scenes with things, right?
It's not me, man.
Pretty fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah, I like my
I
thing.
think it made me like, it didn't make me uncomfortable.
It makes
It was
me
just
uncomfortable.
like, bro, he was like in this house with like a bunch of students,
Yeah.
like outside, and then they're like buying it in the bedroom. Then the students like are like coming inside to like grab their PlayStation and shit. Like it was these like crazy scenes, bro. I was just like looking around. I was like, yo, like I think Parm was beside me, and he got his hand and he went like this on my face. He's like, Manrao, don't watch this and shit. I felt like, I was a
you're
fucking-
too pure, yo, you're too
I
pure.
felt like I was a fucking kid, bro. I was like,
No, bro, because like the thing is, right? This is gonna sound rude. I don't know how people are gonna take this.
there's like there's a lot of there's also one outside a hospital at night
Yeah,
where they like fogged up this car.
I'm gonna just say it for what it is, man. That's fucked, Canada. This is why I don't want to.
I went to the premiere and I liked it, bro. But I fucking like, yeah, bro. I like
You
there was
liked
like
it?
there was like points where I tried to zone out like that.
Oh yeah,
Like
when
I'm
that
so
one-
grateful for the opportunity and the invite, but there was points I was just kind of like checked out. I was like, J man, Monday night porn. They can see them. I'm joking. That's a complete joke. Yeah. It's a complete joke. Complete joke, but like, fuck, bro.
No, I get what you're saying, but bro, like it's for me. I just look at it like this. I don't personally like seeing Singhs in those sort of scenes. I'm not saying, yo, representation in every other facet of the world is great. Put us in freaking like an Avengers movie. Like make us sing an Avengers like character or something, right? Like a superhero. Fucking put us in fashion shows, whatever it is, right? I understand that that's a part of life in the sense of, you know, that's how jocks are fucking made, right? I get it.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about.
Right? I get it. I understand the normalization from that aspect. I understand that. But being a Singh comes with some sort of like, it comes with a level of like, you have to carry yourself in a certain way. And I'm not necessarily sure with people that wear a bug, if that's certain, like the
That's what
like
he was
that-
saying too. He's like, I knew it was gonna get a lot of backlash, but I was just like, yo, it's really important to me, so I want to do it.
I understand where he's coming from, but I think for me, because I'm Amritari, I'm biased. You know what I'm saying? Especially because you're Amritari too, I think you're a little biased towards it too. If I was like maybe like a regular Surrey Toronto man's saying great, like, you know, beard line up,
Like if you had like a durag patka.
yeah, Durag podcast saying
If
that
durag
maybe
patka, it was like on that level.
then 100%.
Yeah.
Right? But I feel like because I have so much pride in wearing the star every day, and also have so much pride in being like a Singh that's Amritari, I feel like for me personally, I'm not gonna go out of my way and
I
freaking
felt like if like that was like the Just Serene I knew when I was a kid,
Mhm.
it would have like really fucked me up. Like if instead of watching like his YouTube videos, I was like watching him like baja out chicks on TV.
That'd be
Like, yo,
fun.
that would have been really traumatizing.
Yeah, it
bro.
would be
Like, it
traumatizing.
would have like put me behind like a bit,
Yeah.
couple years.
I think for me, man, I always look at it just like, yo, I get where he's coming from and understand like his perspective on things. I think because I'm who I am, I'm always gonna have my opinions, but I'm not gonna freaking hunt down Justin and Vajama like the freaking like
Yeah, I wouldn't hunt him down too.
like
In
I'm
the
not
first season, I did feel like some of the scenes were like kind of weird at the Gurdwara. Like they'd be like, I don't know, they're like borderline like saying some like really, I don't know though.
I think the perspective of the guy being a Gora going to the Gurdwara made sense though. Like I
Yeah.
understand the storyline of it. Like, yo, the thing is, it's because it's the first time we've seen something like that on TV as like a Crave TV show.
Yeah,
It's gonna feel
like interesting. Yeah, it's a really interesting conversation because of that.
yeah.
'Cause we've never seen anything like that.
But that's the thing, yo. Who
know how to
knows? Maybe this
digest it.
opens the gate for more people to be interested in making
Yeah.
shows like that, right? And I wouldn't be surprised if you see more Sings in TV shows now moving forward. Because now, like, you are seeing Sings in different avenues. Like,
Our boy
like-
wasn't in the second season, right?
Hmm?
The guy we did the podcast with.
yeah,
He wasn't in the second season, right?
I think he was.
Oh.
I haven't seen him yet, obviously, because I just started it. But yeah,
But yeah, I don't know. It was just interesting, bro.
yeah,
Like
I get-
I was being serious though. Like in that moment when they were premiering it,
uh,
I was literally thinking in my head, I was like, bro, I don't even know. Like, just
I get it though, like, man, why you think that like that? Because it's same with me, right? Because I grew up not like obviously fucking expecting to see that either, right?
It's like I feel like you still get the point across if you just like show the beginning of it, then you just like cut away. Like people will understand that the pod gone if you just like show the beginning of it.
The pod gone, that's it, yeah. But if you're showing a full-on makeout scene, then it's like, what the hell are we doing now, right? I don't get. Yo, here's the
like his thing is even like Shah Rukh Khan never went that far, bro.
Yeah, facts.
Those guys are like fucking top tier,
yo, and then Diljit's up here too, bro. All I represented. Look at Met Gala. He's
well,
representing.
Like no, but in some of Diljit's music videos, he gets pretty sloppy too.
No, but like not to that level. You don't see Diljit fogging up a gaddi, bro.
Yeah,
like that's crazy, bro.
That would be insane.
Like he's not like Tesla truck and the next scene is him just in the back of a Tesla truck. Like no, bro, it's not it, bro. They're telling you it's not it.
That's true. He does carry himself like differently.
Yeah, there's a level with it. When you're a pug, you have to carry yourself in a certain manner, right? Like I always look at it like if Guru Nanak Dev Ji was here,
bro. I don't even get that far, bro.
Yeah, like
that should just get PTSD, bro.
Okay, on all seriousnness though,
they are here though.
No, in all seriousness though, back to the point. Like without making it like too far out like that way either. Just Rain, good show. Keep it up. Keep doing you, man. We'll always support you in being creative. As in when it comes to the other scenes, being man of our own opinions. But hey, man, we're still gonna tell people, yo, it's a good show.
It is a good show. Yeah,
and like we support you, man.
Other episodes really kind of bad.
As a fellow Sangyo, I love seeing you win, bro. That's what I want to say. And I'm sure the Podka Durek Sings love it even more, man.
I will say like it definitely was a show that like fucked your emotions up.
It did. No, but that's the thing.
Because you just see this guy like beef his dad and get kicked out and be in some random house with like 10 students in there like fine. Like you're like going through this because it's like a lot more relatable than like Grey's Anatomy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, like I said, like everything, all points aside, Just Rain, you killed it, man. Like you definitely invoked a lot of emotions to a lot of people.
Coffee traumatized ho gaya si.
Yeah, but no, man. All jokes aside, without the obviously the fucking me and Manav are just bajang at this point for jokes.
I was just giving my honest like kind of.
Yeah. Me and Manav are obviously just joking around like for the most
like
part.
Randy took the opposite fucking direction, bro.
Yeah, he did.
Randy's like jada karna si. Remember?
Yeah. But the thing is,
Randy's also like a durag Singh.
That's what I'm trying to say. Randy can say that and get away with it because of who he is.
Yeah.
Like for me, I love seeing Singhs in these sort of spaces of making TV shows and shit. And like that's where I'm at, right? As for all the extra shit, yo, if he wants to do that, bro, that's him, bro. Like at the end of the day, I'm not gonna stop. Like I'm not gonna freaking sit outside of a studio with a barsha in my hand and be like, this is not right. No, like who cares?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's like Just Rain's a good guy.
He's a good dude.
It's not like he's like Amritari too. You know what I mean? He's kind of just a guy with the partner.
Yeah,
he's not like representing the Kasapant.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He's still a sick. But he's still a good dude.
He's a good dude, yeah.
Right? At the end of the day, man, like that's what he wants to do, man. Fucking support it. Good, do your thing, man. Like, love, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, the next topic is the craziest brown one-up contest. This one actually comes from a viewer confession where this one guy is like, I told my older cousin I got a job at Amazon at the warehouse, and bro interrupts me mid-sentence like, oh, nice. I just got hired by Tesla's AI division. Next thing you know, it turned out he was working at Amazon doing returns for Tesla accessories. And I'm just so tired of these stupid brown one-up contests.
I feel like it's the worst during wedding season.
Yeah, bro.
Because then it's like
fucking random bandana or Rolex comes up. He's like, oh, I built houses.
Yeah. Not even that. No, it's not that. It's like, तेरी कुड़ी ने पिछले साल कितने पैसे लाए थे ब्याह पे? ठीक है, मैं दोगुने लाने हैं साल. मैं अपनी कुड़ी ते ब्याह ते. It's fucked, bro. Like y'all see people take out crazy lines of credit out of their house, like straight equity out of their house to fucking fund these extravagant weddings. For what, bro? For fucking what?
Yeah.
That's the worst one-up contest, man. Or it's the gaddiyan, bro. Tere munde ne gaddi lai, main apni munde nu gaddi la ke ditti hai. Like,
yeah, that's facts too. It's like for what?
It's like for what, man? You're going into generational fucking debt for what, bro?
Yeah.
Man, jo hor 20 saal truck chalao. 2 ही पर no.
I guess so, yeah.
Right, like
2 ways to take it. Most of them do some stupid ass shit.
I never understood it, bro. I genuinely never understood it. Like,
whenever you're a hustler, then you're a hustler.
Yeah, I get it.
If you just want to be like Pirlo Giovanni in a Beamer and shit, then you do you.
Then you do
like, you know what I mean? Like, I know like in high school, some people like did get like $2,000 a month payment on like a Mercedes, and then they would work at like McDonald's or like Dairy Queen for like 80 hours a month and then put all their money into the payment. But they were like fucked up and happy. They're just like my whip and shit.
I knew some people like that. I knew some people like that too, man. Yeah. Right out of high school, bro, you see those good deals.
It's actually crazy because like now you never know, bro. Like what's behind something. I feel like Goodyear don't have that shine anymore.
They don't
because I feel like there's been I don't know if it's just for me, but like whenever I see a nice car now, like I'm always just like, like I wonder like what payment this guy's putting on that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not bad. Like, if I, but sometimes you can tell like people overextend themselves, and I don't necessarily look up to anybody in a nice car. Like a lot of people, I'm just like, yo, how do you like? You know what I mean? Like, it's like what the fuck, like.
Yeah, I don't know,
Because
man.
you know what I mean, like deep, like.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like,
although like if you know the guy's legit, like there's a nap party has a year, so obviously I won't look up to that guy. But I mean like an average guy who's like just like has a nice car, like you never know, like.
Yeah, but like look at me and you, right? Like, so do you getting a payment?
Yeah, but like it's like very, that's like different though.
No, our cars are pretty like.
I feel like we're not overextended at all. Like I'm not overextended.
I mean,
at
I'm
all.
not either, but like,
I just have it for the flexibility of like tax write off and then getting a new car every few years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just fucking. I just got the car to fuck around with it for like a couple years.
Yeah,
You know?
but you curved the rims and shit.
No, man, I
Yeah.
didn't, bro. I don't know how the fuck that happened. I blame my sister, bro.
That's crazy.
Anyways, yeah. Viewer confessions.
Yeah, we do have 3.
All right, cue them
First
up.
one's like my dad. So I'm from the GTA, and my dad drives Uber in his free time.
Yeah.
He has a lot of free time, and then he ends up spending pretty long hours. I was at uni a few weeks ago, and one of my best friends came up to me, and he's like, "Yo, I saw your dad driving on Malton with 2 black chicks in the back. What the hell's going on?" And it didn't add any benefit that like the windows weren't tinted, and my dad also dresses himself pretty well. And these are trying to do a full-on conspiracy, and I was basically just like, he's driving Uber.
They think the dad's like a freaking like pimp or something.
Yeah,
right?
like to this day, they're like, they don't let him live down.
Holy fuck. Uncle G needs to fucking put some tints on the back of that thing, man. Holy fuck, guy got a fucking fishbowl, man. Put some tints on that shit on the Camry, Uncle G. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's
Some tints
facts.
on the
bro.
95 Camry, man.
Yeah.
What's going on here? Fuck.
Yeah.
No, that's fucking wild though, because I know for a fact. You know what's fucked? I saw your dad actually one time randomly, not Uber obviously, but
Yeah.
I was at the airport and I just see your dad pull up, get out of his freaking car, and he's just walking around the airport like this, like with a Bluetooth like freaking headset, just like going
Doing
at.
pot and shit.
Yeah, dude, he
Pot
was
and
just
stuff,
talking to someone, and like I thought he noticed me, so I was like kind of like trying to say hi, and Uncle G was like fully zoned into his walk. Right? He did not notice
Yeah,
me.
he
at
does
all.
get fully zoned.
Yeah, but that's fucking jokes.
Pretty jokes, yeah. Next one's like, I was at a wedding trying to. You want to read this one?
No, you read it, man.
This one's like, I was at a wedding trying to airdrop my friend some fire pics from the Friday night before. I accidentally sent it to some random iPhone named iPhone 8. Tell me why my thai across the room gasps and starts yelling, "Who's sending me nangi photos?" It was literally a photo of me holding a mojito. Bro, half the wedding thought I was running OnlyFans.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Wait, was a girl that sent this?
Yeah.
Oh my
I'm
god.
afraid you lose.
Yeah, you can't be airdropping photos like that, man. You gotta send them directly to text. Don't
Yeah, I
airdrop.
don't airdrop anymore either.
Why'd you airdrop to an iPhone 8?
I used to like airdrop like at like uni and stuff too, and then like by the time you press like your laptop, like some other phone comes up, you send it to me like fuck. Like it's so easy to send to somebody random.
Don't airdrop. That's my pro tip. Trust me, I've done some stupid ass shit with airdrop.
During COVID, I had a Zoom job interview. I was wearing a full suit and tie on top and a kacha on the bottom. I thought I left the meeting when we took a break halfway through, but I didn't. I stood up to stretch and scratched my ass. It was an interview for a finance manager position. The recruiter said, "Looks like you're very comfortable working from home." I still got the job. Punjabis can survive anything.
Hey, that's proof, man. If your resume good enough, it don't matter, man.
That's
If
pretty-
you got the riz,
That's
get the-
insane,
if you
bro.
got the interview riz, you can get any job, man.
I guess so, right?
Fuck it, man. ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਭੈਣ ਚੋ ਮਾਰ ਦਿਆ interview ਮਾਰੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੇਖ ਲੈ hire ਕਰ
Zoom shit's crazy, bro.
Zoom shit's crazy. Zoom was a wild time. The fact that they never Skype didn't freaking take advantage of COVID and somehow Zoom just came in out of nowhere
Yeah.
is like mind-boggling to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
just
get it.
canned it in like different ways. I feel like these weren't relevant.
Yeah.
Zoom like perfectly rocked it. Now it's more like Teams and stuff.
Teams gets rocked a lot. Zoom still gets used though.
Yeah, Zoom does.
Still gets
A lot of like salespeople.
yeah. They have a stock and shit too. That thing was skyrocketing during COVID, man. That shit was fucked.
Yeah, but now it's like I feel like they're not that fancy anymore. Everybody
No.
can kind of do what they do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Think about it, man. You just go on any freaking app, social media app, you can video call.
What was that website back in the day where you could just like talk to random people?
Omegle.
Omegle, yeah.
Yeah.
That shit was like the
It's
OG
still
trauma.
it's still active.
It's still around, right?
Yeah, it's still active.
Yo, that shit was crazy. Would you go on it as a kid?
I went on it twice and got traumatized.
It was like my thing. Like
I
whenever
never
I'd like
back.
visit my cousins in Kelowna, like they're all older, right? So they'd be like, "Yo, like should we do some Omegle?" And then like, yeah, that shit made me hella impure.
It's just weird, man. Like I get the concept of it, like trying to meet random people and just saying like hello, hi, whatever. But that it just ends up being like now there's a lot of AI bots and shit on it, from what I know. So like it's risky, man. I would recommend staying away from that shit. Anyways, guys, we appreciate you tuning in for this week's episode. I know it's been like all over the place, fucking, you know, one moment we're talking about this, and next thing we're talking about I don't fucking know, God knows what, right? But that's just the chaos you get with Hours for Midnight when it's solo with me and Manrov. But we appreciate you guys tuning in for this week's episode. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Leave some confessions and leave the link down below, and we'll talk to you guys later. Peace.